everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something quite different for me. I thought I would try something new because I got to that stage again where it was coming up to Thursday's video and I had no idea what to share. And I did want to do my coats and jackets collection, which will, fingers crossed, be coming soon, but I just didn't get the chance to film it before this Thursday. So yeah, I had to come up with a new idea. I wasn't 100% sure about what to do, but then I was looking through like some of the things I have, some of like new in beauty bits and things like that. So what I thought I would do was a day of testing new things. So to kind of try and explain this a little bit, because it doesn't really make sense, I don't think. I have no idea how I'm going to come up with a title for this video. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a full face of new in beauty, give you my first impressions as we go along, and then I'm also going to do a day of a new outfit. To start off, I will go for makeup. I don't think typically I'll be able to do brushes, like if this becomes kind of a thing. But for this, on this occasion, I do have some new brushes. They're from Next. And I went to like Next's breakfast launch of these beauty brushes. Not beauty brushes, of like their beauty line. And these brushes are included. So I have the set of 3 makeup blending sponges. These are gorgeous. They're like marble. So pretty. And then I also have the set of 4 luxury face brushes. Both of which are really inexpensive actually. The 3 sponges are only £6 and these brushes are 14, which I think is pretty decent. So I'm excited to give these a go. To get started, I'm going to put on some lip balm. And this is the Tanya Burr lip balm. This is in the shade Pick It Up. Is it? Yeah, Find a Penny, Pick It Up. Oh, that's cute. So this is called Find a Penny, Pick It Up, and it's a peppermint scented lip balm. It's very pink on the inside, which I think is really, really pretty. Just going to apply it. Oh, I feel so sad, like, starting it. Oh, is this pink? Oh, you guys, I think this is pink. I thought it was going to be clear. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, I have sort of tried my best to let that sink in, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad anymore. Oh god, I feel like this is only product 1. This is going to be a long video. Next up, I'm going to do primer, and I have this by Elizabeth Arden, and it's from their Privage range, and this is the City Smart. It says it's a DNA enzyme complex, anti-pollution, antioxidants, broad spectrum SPF 50 hydrating shield. Oh, okay, it's coloured. I feel like I'm just full of surprises today. I thought, okay, no, that blends in. Like, I don't know if I'm doing everything wrong. To use, apply evenly to face and neck as last step in your skincare regimen. Oh shit, maybe this isn't even a primer then. Well, I feel like that's all sunk in quite nicely. And it has no like awful smell or anything like that, so yeah, not too fussed about it. A bit confused that it did say last step of your skincare regime. Like, I don't really know if I've done it wrong, but hey ho, we're all for trying things today. Next up, I'm going to do some colour correcting. So I have the Nip and Fab colour correctors. I have the shade 01 Peppermint, which is green, and then I also have the shade 02 Banana, which is yellow. I'm going to use the yellow under my eyes. I'm not too sure if that's what it's for, but I just hope that it is. And I'm going to use this one to try and like counteract some redness. The green one even. Oh, guys. So I'm going to try and talk you through the next bit super quickly because I just need to get rid of this. So I'm going to use the Lancome Tunti Doll Ultra Wear Foundation Stick. This is in the shade this is in the shade 25, which is Beige Lin. So this is meant to be the foundation stick for this foundation. I love this foundation. It's been in one of my like seasonal favourites before. It's a really, really good one. But their idea is kind of like this. You apply this in the morning, and if you need to top up, you can use the foundation stick, which I quite like. Or if you just want a bit of a lighter coverage, then the foundation stick will do you really great. So because I've used the foundation before, not going to use the foundation instead, I'm just going to use the foundation stick kind of all over. Okay, so I think that is kind of all blended out. Like, I think I've done okay. I don't think there's like huge remnants of the colour correctors either, which obviously, let's not talk about that, but I feel like it did a pretty good job. For me personally, this is the kind of coverage that I'll go for on a daily basis. I don't think it's too thick, I don't think it's too like heavy. It doesn't feel cakey on the skin or anything like that. I don't really think it looks cakey either. I mean, I don't have any new full-size concealers to try. Pretty much use them all. However, I do have a mini of the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I'm not too sure how to apply this though. Obviously this is a mini, so like don't take anything for it. So I'm just going to apply it with my finger. Don't think that's too bad colour-wise. It's really hard to do. Now you guys are just going to think I'm really awful at everything. I promise you I am a little bit better than this. Just nervous for being on camera. And now, just because that concealer says that it's a brightening concealer, I'm not going to use it to cover like my blemishes, and I don't have anything like brand new to try. However, I do have something that I have only used a couple of times, and that's the Benefit Buoying Concealer. This is the Airbrush one. So I believe they came out with 4 new concealers a few months ago now, maybe July, August. Not new concealers actually, I think these were all in their range, they just repackaged them. So this is the Airbrush Concealer. As I said, I've only used it a couple of times, don't have new concealers, and I don't really want to brighten my blemishes. Okay, which leads us on to brows, which I'm very scared about. So I have, well, I initially picked up this, which is the Lottie London Arch Rival Volumizing Eyebrow Powder, but this just looks scary. Like, it looks like this. It's got like, I don't even know. It's got like a weird wand, and then just like powder sort of comes off. I mean, it doesn't look bad like that. It does look like it blends fairly well. So I am going to give that a go, just because it's completely different to anything I've ever tried. Literally have no idea how to start. Can't talk. Going to concentrate. I think the shade is too dark. I don't think I can go on. I don't know, maybe if I brush through. No, that's not good. Look at that. Powder has just gone everywhere. What have I done? Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna not use that. I don't like that. Okay, so I've removed as much as I could of that particular product, and I am gonna use the Eyelure Fleur de Force brow powder instead. This time I'm going to start on the other brow though, because this one's still a little bit wet. Okay, so that's brows done. I've used the lighter shade on the front and then the darker shade on the outer corner. I haven't actually used the highlighter, just because I wouldn't typically use it. Next up I have the brow coat. It's like an eyebrow gel. It's clear. I've had this in my collection for so long, but I haven't used it because I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's not like see-through. It's got sort of like a yellow tint to it, which just really confuses me. It's very like gloopy. This brings us to highlight, blush and bronze. So I don't have like new of each individual things, if that makes sense, but I do have this trio, so I thought I would give it a go. This is from Collection and it's a highlight, blush and bronze trio. 3-in-1 face shaper, blah blah blah. Okay. I've had this for a while, but I haven't used it because personally I think the bronzer is a little bit too warm, but I've liked the idea of having like this trio here, so I have kept it for like if I'm traveling or something to use it, but I just still haven't. But yeah, the bronzer looks a little bit warm for me. The blush is incredibly shimmery, as is the highlighter. I think I'm happy using like the highlighter and bronzer because I don't have any others to use that are new. However, blush wise, I'm not too sure if I'm going to go for something this shimmery. And my other alternative is this little Blush Perfection Cream Colour Duo by MUA. So this is the shade Revel. And I don't know, again, if you can see that, but one shade is a darker pink and one shade is a lighter pink. I don't really know if you're meant to like just like swirl this in and like blend the two colours together, or if it's meant to be like one day you can use this colour, one day you can use the other colour. Not 100% sure how it works, not 100% sure how. I think I'm just gonna swatch this on my hand and then have a go. But yeah, I think blusher wise I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to use the highlight and bronze from this palette. Okay, so according to the packet, this one is the blusher and bronzer, and this one is the contour. I think what I'm going to do is use the bigger one for bronzer, and then actually use the smaller one for blusher. Let's go. Ooh, okay. Oh god, this is so warm. Also, just don't know if I'm doing this properly. I feel like whenever I've seen people do videos of this, they're always like, yeah, you shouldn't lift it up of your face, it should stay on your face the whole time. It's like designed so that you can manoeuvre it in a way that you don't ever have to lift it up. Oh god, it's got all my hair. Guys, I'm not a fan of that. I think it's quite thick. I think it would be nice for foundation maybe, but it feels like just a bit too stiff for bronzer. Like I don't feel like I'm doing a good job of blending, so let's try it again. This is my Real Techniques multitask face brush, which I usually use for bronzer. I feel like it's just completely blended out, and it does actually give like quite a nice warm glow, which I'm pleasantly surprised about because I really thought it was going to be quite orangey. Blush wise, I'm going to swatch this like either, oh god, it's bright. These are the two colours. They are very bright. I'm going to use the lighter shade, I think. I'm going to be bold as well and just apply it. With one of these brushes, try and blend that out a little bit. This is also shimmery, much more shimmery than I thought it would be. Like, incredibly shimmery. What? How did this happen? I'm going to just grab a bit of the highlighter, tap a bit off and apply. Woo! That's a nice highlighter. Onto mascara. Now mascara is the one I'm most scared about. So I have Benefit's Roller Lash Mascara, and if you saw like one of my most recent beauty blog posts, then you will have seen it was my top 5 beauty hacks, and I sort of shared some hacks that I've personally found work really well for me. And one of those is using eyelash curlers and then waterproof mascara. I feel like that's the only way any sort of curl holds with my lashes. However, Benefit's Roller Lash Mascara says that you don't need it. There's literally a picture like, bye bye eyelash curlers. See how it goes. I'm also really bad at applying mascara, so I'm not going to talk, and I'm probably just going to fast forward to when it's like all nicely done. Okay, so that's lashes done. I mean, I'm happy with it. I don't think it's done a bad job. For being a like non-waterproof mascara, which is what I now adore, I think it's done a pretty good job. Which I believe brings us finally to lipsticks. So I got these in the post the other day. They're from Peexo, and these are their matte luster lipsticks. I have the shade Bitten Rose, Plum Berry, and Rose Naturel. This one is Rose Natural, and unfortunately it has actually broken, so I can't use this one because it is broken. I'm probably going to have to get rid of that one, or maybe like melt down the lipsticks. I have seen people do that before. So my other two options are Plum Berry and Bitten Rose. These are both so beautiful. So this is Plum Berry, which is a really, really beautiful deep purple, and this is Bitten Rose, which is just stunning. Today I'm going to use this one because I feel like it's going to be the perfect everyday shade. This is Bitten Rose. It's just so beautiful. Okay, and that's that lipstick. So that is Bitten Rose, how it looks on the lips versus the Bullet. I think there is quite a bit of difference. Actually, it's definitely lighter on my lips. And I don't know whether this is just going to mattify. Or what does luster mean? What is a matte luster? Do you know? Maybe it's a matte and it like keeps this shimmer. I feel like it's quite shimmery on the centre of my lips. Oh, anyway, that's it. That's all the new makeup that I'm going to be trying today. I hope you enjoyed this section, and I feel like I've been sitting down filming for so long. This has genuinely taken me a really, really long time to film. Oh, last thing I wanted to do actually was use a new scent. So I have this, which is brand new from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called the Scent of a Dream. I think it's her only perfume. How gorgeous is this? Oh, it's very beautiful. It's so elegant. Oh, I was going to spray it now, but I'm not going to spray it now because I haven't even got dressed yet. This is beautiful. This is really nice, actually. So yeah, as I said, this is going to be the perfume I'm going to use today. Again, it's a new one. Now let's choose a brand new outfit. Okay, so this is my outfit. I am wearing glasses just so that I can kind of see what I'm doing. My jumper is a new look one. I do have this one in pink, so I am kind of cheating because I have worn the pink one already, but I haven't worn it in grey, so I thought I would pop it out today. This is kind of a boring outfit, which I didn't intend to be the case, but the only other jumpers I had were either a red one or an orange one or like a mustard one, and I've got a pink lip on, so that wasn't going to work, so we've gone for this. The only new jeans that I hadn't yet worn are these black ones from Paige, so they look like this. They're really quite nice. I don't have the name of them like right now because they're on me, so I can't let you know, but I will link it in the description box down below. They're really quite nice. They're like kind of, not really cropped, but kind of cropped, which I think is nice. Accessories wise, I don't have anything new. I really hope you can't hear the drilling, but it is quite loud. But I just have some hoop earrings on. These are my everyday hoops. They're just from Primark. I don't have new accessories to show you, so I have just had to go for old favourites. I've also got a watch from Guess. Again, an old favourite. Again, sorry about the drilling. And then shoe-wise, I have two alternatives. So I have these, which are a pair of loafers from Dorothy Perkins, and these are brand new. I've never worn them out yet. But it's cold, so I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear these because it is quite cold for them. My other alternative are these boots from New Look, which I have worn before, but I've only ever worn them for a blog post, so I haven't actually worn them like out and about. I don't know how well they'll do, and I think these are just going to be my choice. I don't have any new coats at the moment. I've like worn all my new coats because I got too excited about them, but what I do have is a new biker jacket. You guys know just how much I love biker jackets. This one is from Jane Norman. It costs £129 because it's real leather. Which is quite nice. I haven't had a real leather jacket in a really long time. I've mostly just had faux. But I do like the look of this one. However, one thing I will say, for it to cost £129, I feel like the zips are like really cheap looking, which isn't great because this is an expensive jacket. I forgot to say the last piece. Lastly, we have my bag, which is this one. It's from Dorothy Perkins. I think it's quite nice. It reminds me of a designer bag, but I just can't remember which one. I like that it's got this gold detailing here. It's very pretty. Kind of annoying that my jacket has silver hardware and I'm wearing lots of gold. Gold is my fave. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't bother me too much. Mixing metals is in. But yeah, this is such a great bag. It's a really good size. Okay, so I'm out and about at the moment. I have been for a while, and clothes wise everything's doing quite well. I feel like fit is fine. Paige jeans are really, really nice. I really like these, although I would say because they're black, they're definitely like getting a lot of these like thin hairs on them, which is kind of annoying, but I think the length of them is perfect. It's my kind of length. Get a little bit of skin showing in between the bottom of my jeans and my boots. Everything else is fine. As I did say with this jacket, I do still think the zips and like hardware do look a bit like cheap considering the price. And then my bag has done really well. I've had my camera in here all day and it's like done good. It's fared pretty well. It doesn't have any pockets inside though, which I know can be quite annoying, but it's okay. I've just put stuff in my pockets instead, and yeah, that's that. Hey guys, so it's now the end of the day. It's around 7:30 maybe, so I'm gonna get ready to like take off my makeup and kind of have a bit of a chilled evening. But I thought I would check in and let you know about like a little bit of everything, a bit of an overview. So makeup wise, I'm pretty pleased with everything actually. I have a mirror here, which is why I constantly look here, but I'm pretty pleased with like how everything looks. I think the brows look super soft, which is quite nice. I am also a huge fan of the brow coat actually. I don't like it when you get really crispy brows with brow gels, and this doesn't do that at all. Like honestly, they just feel so like natural. Feels really, really nice, and I think it did a really good job at keeping them in place, so massive thumbs up for that. The foundation I think is really good. It's not obviously a high coverage foundation, but I think it does exactly what I want it to do. It's the kind of coverage I would typically go for. Again, concealers did pretty well. The colour correctors, even though I messed up majorly on application, I think they like did the job, which is good. The collection trio I'm just so impressed with. I think that like throughout the day that has just fared so well, and when I looked at my face like in natural light and things like that, I do actually think the bronzer in particular, which was what I was most worried about, blended out really, really beautifully. The highlight is beautiful, and now I can't wait to try the blush as well, so to try the actual trio in action. The last thing I can think of is a lipstick. So this is what it looks like at the moment. It is the end of the day. I have had lunch and I have had dinner. And bearing that in mind, like there is still a lot of colour on my lips right now, which is pretty good. Obviously it doesn't look exactly the same as it did initially. It didn't get matte at all, so it definitely does not mattify. So although it's called like a matte luster, it's more luster than it is matte. Almost forgetting mascara. Like I'm impressed with it. I like how well it's worked. I think it's done a really good job, although in future I don't think I would wear this again without curling my lashes. I feel like taking that extra step for me personally, because I have such straight lashes, is a step that I don't really want to skip. As far as my outfit goes, you guys hopefully saw a little bit about that as well. Jumper is perfect. I really love these New Look jumpers. It's nice and cozy. It's been great to wear all day. The Paige jeans I have also loved. I'm still wearing them now, and usually as soon as I get home the first thing I do is take off whichever jeans I'm wearing and put on some like tracksuit bottoms or something, just so that I feel more comfortable. But these aren't major high-waisted, so they actually fit really nicely. They don't feel too restricting. I can bend my knees, I can have my legs crossed, I can do whatever, and they don't feel restricting at all. I'm really happy with the length of them as well. First when I tried them on I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about this length, but actually I think it's a great length for ankle boots. Which leads me on to the ankle boots, which again, very happy with. I really love New Look footwear. I think they do a really, really great job, and I feel like these boots did exactly what I wanted them to do. They were super comfortable, they look super nice. The bag I really love, and I've remembered the designer. It's Stella McCartney, so it looks like a Stella McCartney bag, but obviously it's not. It's a fraction of the price, and it's really good. It fits everything in there. I carried around my camera in there. I had like all my bits and bobs that I usually carry. The only like downfall is that it has no pockets. It's very similar to a bucket bag, which I love, and also has no pockets. And finally, onto the most disappointing, I would say, potentially of this whole video. No, actually that Lottie London eyebrow thing was pretty disappointing. The jacket, I don't know, it's just so weird. Like, it says 100% leather, but it doesn't smell like leather. It doesn't really feel like leather. The zips, as I told you, are they just look so cheap. Like, the jacket in itself I think looks cheap, and it's £129, which kind of blows my mind a little bit. Like, I don't think it necessarily looks like it's worth it, and I don't really think that it was gifted to me, so I don't really think that I would personally, if I had spent that much on it, I don't think I'd be happy with it, and I would probably end up returning it. And that brings me to the end of this video. It's so long. I've been editing it and trying my hardest to cut it down. It's currently at around like 22 minutes, I think, and I still have to add this clip onto there, so hopefully it hasn't bored you to death. If you have made it this far, then a huge pat on the back from me, because you've done exceptionally well. Please do thumbs up this video if you'd like to see more of it. Let me know what you thought about me including some more beauty and doing something a little bit different. I would absolutely love to know your opinions on this, and I will see you on Sunday in my new video. Bye!